Lita, a 28-year-old designer, had always found solace in the sketches that filled her notebooks. Her days were spent weaving creativity into fabric and form, but her heart found a new rhythm at Café Éclat, a chic spot near her studio. It was there, amid the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, that she met Dani, a waiter with a warm smile and kind eyes. His unassuming charm drew her in, and soon, their casual chats over cappuccinos turned into lingering dates. Dani was different from the polished men Lita's friends often swooned over. He wore simple shirts, his hands calloused from work, but his laughter was genuine, his attention unwavering. Lita fell for him, hard. She didn't care that he was just a waiter, as her friends put it. To her, he was a quiet haven in her hectic world. Her friends, however, were less enchanted. At their weekly brunch, Mia, the most vocal of the group, rolled her eyes when Lita mentioned Dani. A waiter, Lita? Really, she said, sipping her mimosa. You could do so much better. The others chimed in, their giggles sharp as knives. Lita brushed it off, but the barbs stung. She loved Dani's simplicity, his stories of late-night shifts, his dreams of owning a small place someday. Still, the mockery gnawed at her. One evening, Mia escalated things. She strutted into Café Éclat with her new boyfriend, Victor, a man who reeked of wealth, designer watch glinting, tailored suit screaming privilege. Lita and Dani were sharing a quiet moment at a corner table when Mia spotted them. Oh, look, it's the lovebirds, she called, her voice dripping with condescension. Victor smirked, eyeing Dani's apron. This is the guy you're dating, he said, loud enough for nearby tables to turn. What's his hourly rate? Lita's cheeks burned, but Dani just squeezed her hand, his calm unshaken. Let's not do this here, he said softly. Mia laughed, egging Victor on. Come on, hey Vic, tell them how you know the manager. Maybe he can find Dani a better job, or fire him for slacking. Victor puffed out his chest. I know Marcel. The manager. One word from me, and your little waiter's out of a job. He snapped his fingers, signaling for the manager like he owned the place. The cafe's hum quieted as curious eyes turned their way. Marcel, a wiry man with a crisp bow tie, hurried over, his face a mask of professionalism. Is there a problem? He asked, glancing at Victor. But then his eyes landed on Dani, and his expression shifted, shock, then a flicker of amusement. Dani, he said, almost disbelieving. Dani stood, his easy smile returning. Hey, Marcel. Just a misunderstanding. He turned to Victor, who was still smirking, oblivious. You said you know the manager. That's great. But I should probably introduce myself properly. He extended a hand. I'm Dani. I own Café Éclat. Crowd gasped. Mia's mouth fell open. Victor's smirk vanished, replaced by a flush of red creeping up his neck. You, what? He stammered. Dani owns this place, Marcel said, almost gleefully. Always has. Keeps a low profile, likes to work the floor. Says it keeps him grounded. Lita's jaw dropped, her eyes darting to Dani. He shrugged, a sheepish grin on his face. Didn't think it mattered, he murmured to her. The room seemed to spin as the truth sank in. Her poor waiter wasn't just capable, he was the mastermind behind the city's trendiest cafe. Mia's face paled. You never said, she whispered, her bravado crumbling. Victor, humiliated, muttered something about a meeting and bolted for the door, leaving Mia to trail after him, her heels clicking in defeat. The other patrons returned to their conversations, but the air buzzed with whispers. Lita pulled Dani aside, her heart racing. You own this place? She asked, her voice a mix of awe and disbelief. He nodded, rubbing the back of his neck. Yeah, I didn't want to make a big deal of it. People act different, you know? I liked that you liked me for me. Lita laughed, a bright, relieved sound. I did. I do. She cupped his face, her thumb brushing his cheek. But you're full of surprises, aren't you? He grinned, pulling her close. Stick around, maybe there's more. They settled back at their table, chatting away happily, the world fading around them. For Lita, the glitz of wealth didn't matter. Dani's heart was the real treasure, and she'd known it all along.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like and share.